step by step take our way through this using numbers rather than formulas. Here's our stem and leaf plot. It shows the distributions of heights in centimeters for members of a high school basketball team. Find the mean, find the standard deviation. Of course, it doesn't ask it, but to find the standard deviation, we have to find the variance, since that's standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So we were going from a height of 175 centimeters all the way to 192. I suggest making a list, and we're going to make a frequency chart. So there is one person at the height of 175 centimeters, one person at a height of 178, two people at a height of 180, one person at a height of 181, three at a height of 184, two at 185, one at 188, and one at 192. So this is going to be slightly differently from the previous example, because what we're going to do now is take these heights times the frequencies. Because if we wrote 180 twice, we would have to add them together. We're just doing the multiplication. 1 times anything's not going to change it. 2 times 180 is 360. 3 times 184 is 552. 2 times 185 is 370. Let's find their sums. So if we sum the frequencies, that tells us how many basketball players' heights we're referring to, and there are 12 of them. Let's find the sum of the heights times the frequencies, which is the same as if we had written 180 twice, 184 3 times, 185 2 times, and added them all together. It's 2,196. We take that 2,196 divided by 12 on our calculators, and we get the mean is 183. So the next step then is, how far do we deviate from the means? How far do we deviate from the mean of 183? 175 minus 183 is negative 8. 178 minus 183 is negative 5. 360. Now, be careful here, because I'm taking the 180 height minus 183 to get negative 3. Wouldn't be fair to subtract the 360, and in a second you'll see the next column that we will multiply this to find out how much we deviate. So then going back to the 181 minus 183 is negative 2. 184 minus 183 is 1. 185 minus 183 is 2. 188 minus 183 is 5. And 192 minus 183 is 9. So that's how far each of these heights deviate from the mean. And then what we're going to do is square those. So the deviation squared is positive 64, positive 25, positive 9, positive 4, 1, 4, 25, 81. But we've got to account for the fact that the deviation times how much it deviates, how many of those people at 180 are deviating from the mean. So we're going to take those deviations squared and multiply by the frequency, which is how many people were there. So 64 times 1 is 64. 25 times 1 is 25. 9 times 2 is 18. So 2 people deviated from the mean squared by 9. So 2 times 9 is 18. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. 25 times 1 is 25. And 81 times 1 is 81. Next, if we find the sum of the deviation squared times the frequency, it's 228. Divide that by 12, because there are 12 heights we're dealing with, and our variance is 19. Take the square root of that, gives us the standard deviation, 4.36. So what we were asked to find was the mean. It's 183. We weren't asked to find the variance, but we had to find the standard deviation. Variance is 19. Standard deviation is the square root of that, 4.36. And that's our look at finding variations and standard deviations.